me know when we're good to go.
We are good to go.
So when we're talking about wall decor, I've lost 2 stars, or sorry, 2 flowers, because they got purchased.
Yeah. One day you're gonna shock everyone, and there will
One
be
day.
like a full thing behind you.
You can't hear anything? Can everyone else hear anything? Um,
Hello?
yeah, it looks like it's working. Okay.
Oh,
I think
okay.
it's just Megan. Have you tried
Megan, keep
turning
your
it
volume.
on and then off again?
Oh wait, she can't hear us.
Oh, yeah. um,
Welcome to a club.
I had a lot of fun picking the books that we had to pick from. So it
Yeah,
was,
do you want to give us a little insight into how you picked the books for the poll in November?
well, first I started and I searched like cozy books that will give you existential dread.
Classic you.
And um, after that, it just, I, it didn't end up with that exact thing, but it led me to a prompt on Reddit that was,
I knew it was gonna be Reddit.
yeah, it always ends up on Reddit with
Yeah.
these obscure things. But the one that kind of drew me in was somebody asked for book recommendations where the house becomes a character,
Mm.
and um, that's where the like Vampire Accountant one came in, but not the book that I chose. It's like the fifth book in the series or something. I was like, we can't start on the fifth book of the series. Um, and then I just kind of went on that like trail of like different prompts of existential dread and sci-fi and all that to pick the most absurd books that I could find.
Like weird, quirky
Things that sounded like they'd be fun, but also like weird.
things that no one has probably heard of.
Although,
Although I've heard of this author, but I hadn't
yeah,
heard of this book.
a
So
lot of people had said that they wanted to or had read this one, but the other ones were a little more. Well, the Vampire Accountant, um, some people had on their TBR,
hmm.
but the other two, I don't think so. I think they were maybe out there.
Yeah.
Personally, I was hoping for the Oops, I Ate a Vengeance Demon
You
or
can
the
there's still
Vampire.
time. You can read that on your own.
That's true. I could read it on
Give
my
us an
own.
update. I am curious if anyone in the chat had heard of any of the books that were part of the November poll before. Also, I was thinking about how it was such good timing that I just hung up my Lego Milky Way.
Oh, yeah,
Nobody can see it because it's
right behind you.
behind my head, but I feel like it's on theme for this one.
Oh, I did. I think this was like the least of my picks, the one that we read. I actually, well, I'll get to that, but I
Like, you didn't want this one to
I
win?
wanted one of the other three to win more.
Oh, this is the one I wanted to win. I was really excited when it did.
Um, what do you think? We can dive in, eh?
Yeah, I think so. I
Okay.
think that, also, happy Stranger Things Day to
Oh,
all
yeah,
who are celebrating, and happy preemptive Thanksgiving to our American
but also thank you
members.
for choosing us over Stranger Things.
Yes, thank you. And everyone send safe travel wishes to Becca, who's currently listening and on her way somewhere.
um, all right.
Dive in?
Initial thoughts. You want to start?
Sure. Initial thoughts. I did read this like synopsis of this book
Yeah.
before going in, which I don't normally do, but when I was picking all of between the poll options, because I didn't pick the
Yeah.
options this month,
Normally
so
you read them.
I had no idea, so I read them. I'd never heard of any of the books, so I was like, oh, I want to see what he picked. So I did read the synopsis for all 4 of the options, and then I picked the one that we're going to be talking about, which is The Humans by Matt. I don't say his last name. Haig?
Haig?
I don't know. We'll just say by Matt.
Yeah.
I have read The Midnight Library by the same author, so I was really excited to read something else of his. And I think this one came way before The Midnight Library,
Yeah.
so I think that is kind of fun. And yeah, I was just really excited by the synopsis. Like, I thought it was
Yeah.
going to be really interesting.
As soon as I read the synopsis, I was like, oh, this is going to be weird. And I'm
Yeah.
here for it because I
Yeah.
love weird books.
Yeah.
Um, and
I was hoping it would be weird, but also like challenging.
yeah,
Like, make me think.
I was hoping that there would be, based on what I had kind of been going for, I was hoping that there was some sort of like questioning existence and all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
Although I did expect a little bit of quirky.
and but I expected a lot of quirky based on what
Yeah.
I knew of it. I was like, okay, this like it's like a cute dog on the cover of a book called The Humans about a guy who
Oh yeah, I
becomes.
should show because Megan had a different cover.
It's on our screen, anyways.
Hers had a nose on it, but I think our cover is way better.
Yeah, I have the cover on the screen.
Oh, right. I can't see that.
Yeah.
My bad.
um, I but yeah, I thought, okay, it's just gonna be like an alien trying to pretend to be a human and not doing a very good job. So I feel like I was more or less on the right track.
Yeah.
Um, so let's jump into your rating.
Yep. I rated it 3.5 stars. I liked it. I really liked the beginning and I liked the end. It lost me a little bit in the middle, but there was a lot of like really good quotes within it. I think like a lot of the comments that I left on Fable were like just highlighting quotes that I thought were really pretty and like well written and like nice. I liked the like quirkiness of it. I liked the humor in it. I think, like I said, the middle dragged just a little bit for me, but like overall, I like quite enjoyed it. It's not my typical style of book, but I liked it.
Yeah, I gave it 4.
Which is pretty good for you.
That is pretty good for me. I found that it hit my love of existential dread books, and um, I found the idea of it really interesting with the um, like the mathematics of it was like intriguing to me of how they kind of lead into that because of the like logical species thing.
Mm-hmm.
And
I really liked the logic side of it because
yeah.
I'm very that way. The math was a little bit outside
too far.
my realm, but I kind of just let that go.
Um, but overall, I found, like you said, it dragged a little bit for me in the middle. I was like, okay, like I get the point, like of kind of where it's going. And I, it wasn't like I was like exceptionally bonded to these characters. Like I didn't feel that much for them, but I did find them interesting.
Yeah.
Or at least I found him interesting. I found Isabel like sort of interesting, but I wish we got a bit more from her.
Yeah.
And then Gulliver was a little bit interesting, but I also wish we got more from him. But from our alien, I feel like we got a
which
pretty
makes sense
idea.
because he's the narrator.
Right.
So
right.
Group rating.
Group rating was a 3.55, which
pretty
middle of standard for us.
Yeah, I did write
little
down.
on the low side.
It's pretty. It is a little on the low side. but it's not the lowest.
It's not that bad of a rating for a random quirky sci-fi book. I don't think
Yeah,
sci-fi is like a huge
I saw a
one
lot of
in
four
this.
stars.
Yeah,
So,
couple 2 stars.
yeah,
Um, but overall, not bad
not
in
bad.
my opinion.
Yeah.
All right, discussion. If you're here, Chelsea, welcome back to book club after 10 months.
I thought that was really like fun to see that
Yeah,
someone had like come back to us.
yeah. Um, I appreciate that the humor was super dry as well. Like,
Yeah, it was like that classic British, like
yeah,
sarcastic,
yeah.
like you said, dry.
So I completely agreed off the bat. I was like, okay, this is what
I was really excited in the
yeah,
beginning. I was just like, oh, I'm gonna like this a lot.
yeah. Um,
I thought this comment was fun
yeah,
that it reminded her of Sheldon. I kind of got similar. I can see definitely
yeah.
where
They're
she
they're at
got.
least in the same ballpark, like
Yeah,
very to the point and logical about everything. Um, and so I can definitely see that. And then the short chapters.
I
Um,
loved the short chapters.
yeah, I'm just gonna skip through these. Um, so right off the bat, I was kind of telling you earlier that right off the bat, as soon as there was like a first reaction to him, I just knew he was gonna show up completely naked. I just had a feeling without
What
any indication.
I forget what
Somebody like scoffed at him, and I was like, "Oh, he doesn't
is
have
it
any
that
clothes on."
someone like drove by and was yelling at him or something?
Yeah, whatever the first react, I can't remember exactly what it was now,
I
but
think I like maybe like thought to myself like the same
I
thing, but
was
I
like, "He's
didn't
not
really
gonna
like
understand that you're supposed to wear clothes," and
yeah.
here we are.
I did like that this book was like really ambiguous about like how he got there. Like none of that was like in it. He was just there,
Yeah,
and it like we didn't need to have that
right.
information.
Um,
I did really like what Megan's saying, how he needed to, what was it, 100 words
yeah,
before he could like understand the language. And I thought it was really funny, like his processing
yeah,
time where he's like, um, what was he doing? Oh, he was spitting
yeah.
on
I said that
people.
reminded me of anyone who's seen the Mr. Bean movie where he starts giving everyone the finger because he thinks it's like a greeting. So he's like
Yeah,
all happily like,
yeah. The
um,
spitting was really funny.
yeah,
Like that he just thought that was.
yeah,
I
and then
really liked the like him trying to figure out
etiquette and all that stuff.
etiquette and social things, and I thought it was kind of funny.
To answer Becca's question, I don't know if they have cheesecake at Texaco's, but it 100% would not be better than our gas station's cheesecake.
I think didn't someone like answer in the comments and say like they didn't have cheesecake
I,
there?
I'd have to check, but I think so.
I can't remember for sure, but
Yeah, somebody's got to go. Got to go. If they'll probably be on tomorrow, so anyone
someone
watching this tomorrow has to go see if they have cheesecake.
I think someone did say that they like misread it and thought that he was in Texas
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something, and then not
there.
just with this, but like with the campus he ends up at.
Yeah,
There's one in the States or
uh,
something, and so they were like really confused how he was in England but then
yeah,
was in Texas or something.
yeah.
It made me laugh.
I didn't know what a Texaco was, but I quickly put together that
Yeah,
it was
I
a gas
figured it
station.
was just like a brand. I was saying earlier that this book had so many good quotes, and I feel like we have a lot of people highlighted quotes when on
Yeah,
Fable.
there was a lot of quotes this
I
time.
think it's one of the most that we've had
Yeah,
in book club.
it was a very quotable book for sure.
Yeah, I liked the writing of it a lot. It was like simple but impactful.
Yeah, this one reminded me of our chat a lot of people who can't ever get to the end of their TBRs.
Yeah, we never will.
Never will.
I thought this was interesting too on his like home world that they like swallow books
Consume
essentially.
books, yeah.
Yeah, like that's the way they consume them, and then like Becca was saying like just imagine, and like I think I replied and said like imagine how small our TBRs would be then.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would, obviously I don't know because I've never been able to do it, but just thinking about it, I feel I like the like sitting and reading.
Yeah.
And like experiencing the whole like process
Right.
of a book.
Do you still like see the process if you ate a book?
Yeah, or would you just like know what happens?
Right.
I don't know. It depends, I guess, how you digest it.
Um, I thought it was really interesting beginning to have him like question the one thing that most of us probably haven't questioned in our entire lives, just like wearing clothes.
Yeah.
Um, and that sometimes it's okay if you're in the right place at the right time, and sometimes it, or most times it is not okay. Um, but I think it was a good. The intro was really strong for him being like confused about humanity and hating what noses and wanting to.
Or even like that a lot of what he learned initially was from the like Cosmo magazine
Yeah.
or whatever. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
Like that was his like intro to Earth. Like can you imagine like if you knew nothing and like that's what
Right.
you think? Like no wonder he wanted to like eliminate
Right.
some of us.
To Megan's comment, I wonder how he thought to come up with the funny ideas. Like, I just imagine if you went to, like, if you pretend you didn't know anything about humanity and then you go out in public, it would be really weird to think about what social norms we just, like, accept.
Yeah.
And I feel like you would have to kind of, like, step back and be like,
Yeah,
what?
you'd have to deconstruct your worldview
Right.
for sure. I think it takes a special kind of person to be
Yeah.
able to do that.
Yeah. Um,
I think we kind of glossed over the how vomit inducing
oh, yeah.
humans are to him. I thought that was so funny how like repulsed
Yeah.
he was by the way we look like with our
Yeah.
he was really fixated on noses.
And at one point, he's talking about necks and how it looked like your head is trying to get like as far away from your body as possible. Like, just like
It was
really
really funny.
funny uh, observations.
Yeah.
Um, his his undercover mission. Um, it's really interesting to me that like everyone just accepted that it was like still him, and he's like, oh, he just lost it. Like, it makes you wonder what the real Andrew was like. That like this wasn't like that far out of the realm of possibility that everyone
Yeah.
was like, oh, he just had a breakdown. Like,
It also makes you wonder like what people would accept about you.
right,
Like if I was possessed by an alien and all of a sudden like how far would it have to
right,
go for you to be like, that's not who I know.
right,
Like what like or would you ever?
right. Or would you just be like,
would you just accept that? Because like it's not like you're gonna think, oh, like my wife is possessed by an
right,
alien. Like that's not the first thing you're gonna
right,
think.
right.
So like as a society, are we just like she's has problems, she needs help?
Right. So it's interesting to think of it from his perspective and what he would have been like that they didn't like keep him in an institute or anything. Like,
Yeah. I think it probably helps. It sounds like he didn't have a very big social circle.
yeah.
So I don't know.
I thought this comment from Becca was interesting. For you driving, Becca, it says, I'm not a scientist or mathematician, but I do love number things. 97 is the largest two-digit prime number. Um, when we got to the chapter that was the list of like advice that he gives Gulliver, is that his name?
Yep.
Yeah. Um, that list was 97 things long, which I thought
Yeah, I
I
do
only would
love.
have connected because of this comment.
I love that the number 97 came back like later in the book with the like number of advice. I still don't understand the significance of prime numbers. If someone in the comments knows, I'm not a math girl. Like, I
Listen,
don't understand why they're important.
apparently if you solve that, then we're in trouble. So
I'm not
maybe
asking for it to be solved, but I just like, in general, why are prime numbers important? Like, what do they contribute to society?
well, they can't be divided by anything except themselves.
Yeah, but
So
like, why does that matter?
it just does.
Just like, I don't get it. It means nothing to me.
Yeah.
I'll have to look it up after. I should have looked it up before. I could have like pretended I knew things.
Yeah. Um, did anyone have a good first experience with coffee? I hated it until I
I
was
think it
like drinking like
depends.
lattes and stuff, and then eased my way into just hot black coffee.
Well, so I was gonna say, like, my first experience with coffee was like a latte, which I was like, yum, sugar,
Right.
milk. Like, you
Like
can barely taste the coffee. But I never really was like a big fan of like regular. I can't drink black coffee. I don't drink
yeah.
coffee at all anymore, but I never could do like black coffee at all. I always need, even tea, I can't do like black tea. I need
Yeah.
milk in it.
I kind of started with all the like dessert drinks, I'll call them, and
Mm-hmm.
then worked my way down to just like coffee with milk, and
Like,
then
do you like the taste of black coffee or do you
now I
just
do.
need it?
No, now I like it.
You like the
Yeah,
taste? Ugh,
I didn't, but now I have acquired a taste for it.
interesting.
I thought this comment was really interesting about because it was 2013. Um, then we like it's talking about AI kind of being a far off concept
Yeah.
um, compared to what we know now, um, and it makes you wonder what 10 years from now will look like as well.
It did make me think like if he had written the book now, how would that have
Right,
changed like the technology in the book, or like the obviously like he would still think humans are so far behind
right,
where he was, but like what would he have thought, or how would it have changed the conversation about technology,
right.
especially with the incorporation of like AI?
Yeah,
Like, I just
um,
wonder like what could have been incorporated into
right,
the book,
exactly.
because it wasn't really a conversation back then.
Um, well, this is kind of what you had, where you had started off really strong and then it started to tail off, kind of like was there a certain chapter more like when it got all mathy?
There was one specific chapter where he was talking about math a lot, and
Yeah,
I just kind of like my eyes like glossed over, and
yeah,
I was like, okay, just like get through it.
right,
And then from there on, it just kind of like I didn't really care.
yeah,
Like, there wasn't enough going on to like hold my interest in the
right,
middle of the book. It did come back around
yeah,
that I like came back to it, but it did lose me. And not that I like didn't like it.
yeah,
It
yeah,
just like wasn't as strong as the beginning.
right. Um, I had this thought as well that I was like,
I
oh, maybe I
forgot to
should
tell
read some
you,
Emily
when we were
Dickinson.
talking earlier, like when you finished the book, I meant to tell you I really want to get some Emily Dickinson now, because everything that was in the book was really beautiful, and I've only ever heard like snippets of her
Right,
poems or like the really famous
yeah,
ones, but I've never like actually read I'll have to like maybe get a book or something
Yeah.
of her poetry.
I can't remember what the exact quote was, but there's one where he was like, "This person understands this, and this person
Yeah,
understands this," and
I
Emily
really liked
Dickinson
that
understands
quote too.
everything.
Yeah,
Um,
I liked
and
that
so
a
I was
lot.
like, "Man, now I have to read it."
I also think that I don't know if you have a comment on this later or not, but I really liked the incorporation of the arts in the
Yeah.
book. Like for being such like a math centric book, I really appreciated that he highlighted so much
Yeah.
of the arts and how like important it was and like how
Right.
that had such like a fingerprint of humanity, like in what makes us
Yeah.
human, and just like all of the music he listened to and
Right.
all the poems that he became obsessed with. I really, really loved that.
Um,
It made me want to. I was thinking about I should go through and get a list of all of the songs that he mentioned in
yeah,
the book
like a
and
playlist.
like make like a playlist to see.
That'd be fun.
This made me laugh
Yeah.
so much.
She
But
she was onto him at that point.
yeah, I thought it was like really funny. It made me think of like if you were taken over by an alien, like what's the thing that would make me be
Yeah.
like,
If I like
hmm,
painted for joy.
painting would be like if I said I wanted to paint a room and you were like all in,
Yeah.
that would be a big one. You hate painting.
Yeah. I get miserable painting anything.
Yeah, you're the most laid back guy ever, except for if we're painting.
I'm trying to think of what it would be for you. I don't know. You're a wild card, so
I
uh,
know. Maybe like I
no,
don't
there's
know. Like it would be like something outside,
yeah. If you were
like
like, I'm gonna mow the lawn.
yeah, yeah, something like that. Or like shoveling the driveway or something. Like absolutely
Yeah.
not.
Megan
Not
is also a three sneeze person, and if she sneezes twice, I just wait for the third one to bless her because I'm just like, I know it's coming any second, so I'm not gonna waste my time.
yeah. Although it's been random lately.
Yeah, that's true. You've gone down to two lately.
Yeah.
Maybe I should be concerned.
Oh, I loved this quote so much. It was one of my favorites in the book. I think it comes back to like what I was talking about earlier, just that like there's all of the beauty he found was like not related to math. It was related to like arts.
Right.
And I just think that was like as a arts kind of girly and not a math girly, I really liked.
I think he had a really interesting kind of like paradox of those two things where
Yeah, he
he
still really
he
valued math.
appreciated the the math and the arts together.
I think he appreciated math, but I think art changed him
Yeah.
and made him like it changed his perspective.
Yeah.
And I just think like that can happen
Did anyone
for
have
anybody.
a name for our alien? I just called him the alien.
Becca was calling him Arthur for a long
Oh
time.
yeah.
Did you see that in
Yeah.
the that made me laugh so hard. I didn't notice that she was calling him Arthur
Yeah.
at all, but
Yeah.
um
The- So
it made me hilarious that she like separated him from Andrew.
when I went to um, visit my niece and nephew at that cottage, then we found I was like looking out in the water and I saw something green floating, and it was this like squishy alien thing. So we fished it out of the water, and it was my niece's favorite toy. Like it's still her favorite toy, to this like 6 months later, and they called him Ailey the alien. So I kind of just called the alien Ailey in my head the whole book.
Oh, interesting. I'm gonna stick with Arthur.
It's not a bad name.
Oh, we
Um,
kind of just
yeah,
talked
we
about this.
talked about
Although
that.
we haven't
We
talked
haven't
about
talked about
Newton.
Newton yet.
Newton was so I mean, like anytime there's a dog in a book, it's gonna be my favorite part of
Yeah.
the book. But I really appreciated, I think, well, we didn't include it in the comments, but there was one point where I forget what he's saying, but he's talking about like the only thing worse than,
Apparently, the only thing worse than a dog that hates you is a dog that loves you,
yes,
basically. Yeah.
it's like right at the beginning where he like doesn't like Newton at
Yeah.
all. And at the time I was reading that comment, Eddie was literally laying like on my lap, demanding to be pet while I was reading the book. Like he would like nudge me if I stopped to turn the page.
Yeah.
Like, and I was just like, how is this? How could you not? Like, this is the greatest thing that ever happened to me.
Yeah.
And then when he like kind of when they like start like connecting and like when he healed Newton,
Yeah.
I was just like, it was like a
Yeah.
punch
You're like,
to the
oh,
heart.
he does care.
He does care. And of course it was Newton who got him first.
Yeah.
Like
Of
I
course.
I loved the dog.
Um, when he said they could communicate to Newton, I thought it would I was sad when he switched over to being like fully human
When he
and then
lost
couldn't,
that.
and I
Yeah.
was like, oh, I liked when they could talk to each other.
Yeah, also like it didn't seem like it was like talking.
No, they just
It
kind
was
of.
like they understood each
Hmm.
other, which I thought was kind of nice.
Yeah. Um, I thought this quote was really nice because um,
Yeah,
it really highlighted that those things are so interconnected, and yet we separate them.
we do. Yeah.
Um, I I think that this book really touched on that side of things a lot, where like kind of looking at the quirks of humanity on like a funny level, but it also looked at the things that we kind of maybe know a little bit, but we're getting completely wrong anyways
Yeah.
because we haven't adapted yet.
Yeah.
I thought this comment was
I did like the weird obsession with peanut butter, but wasn't it chunky peanut butter?
yeah,
Which like
wrong.
wrong.
Yeah. That
Is
actually
that
that
a
would be
thing?
if
Like,
you were ever like I want chunky peanut butter, I'd be like you're an alien.
yeah, for real.
That would be my
Like in the for anyone who's in the chat, like how are we feeling about chunky peanut butter? Because I personally don't think it should exist. Like just eat a handful of peanuts.
yeah.
Like absolutely not.
Yeah, like if I had to, I would I would drink
I wonder
or
if
eat.
it's like I wonder if it's a location thing.
You put it in the fridge. Sometimes. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
If it's like natural peanut butter,
Yes.
yes, in the fridge. But otherwise, no. Apparently that's a big debate.
Yeah.
Is if peanut butter should go in the fridge or not.
I kind of do both. I just live in chaos. Depends what
Let's
I'm
not
feeling.
pretend that you put peanut butter in the fridge. You will grab it from the fridge if I put it there.
I put it away sometimes.
Well, yeah, because it goes there. But yeah, Megan's right. Organic goes in the fridge.
Yeah.
But like if you're buying like Kraft peanut butter or like is it Jif
Yeah.
peanut butter? Um,
Don, yes, it does get too hard, and then you can't use it because it's just so difficult.
I don't think we have Skippy peanut butter here. Do we? I think we
Uh,
might have used to have it.
I think it's
I don't
gone
think we
now.
do anymore. Kraft is big here.
Yeah. Anyways, we've spent a lot of time on peanut butter.
I mean, he spends a lot of time on peanut butter.
True.
He's obsessed with peanut butter.
That's true. There, he comes back to peanut butter sandwiches a lot.
He would appreciate this conversation.
I kind of liked that the dog was like, "It's not empty."
I know, that made me think of Eddie a lot.
Yeah.
Like when we used to give him the containers,
Yeah.
like of
Sometimes
emptied
if
out.
we'd empty it out as much as we could and like scrape it, and then we just give him the container and let him lick it.
Yeah.
But then Then he got fat.
Yeah. But speaking of Newton, everyone was obsessed with Newton. As we always are. This is a common theme in our book club of just falling in love with whatever dog or pet is
Yeah.
in the book.
Yeah. I always expect both you and Jess to be commenting on the dogs
And Becca.
whenever, and then yeah, and Becca.
Yeah.
Whenever I see a chapter where something happens with a dog that's like sweet, I'm like, okay, there's gonna
Where's the
it's
romance?
gonna be in Fable for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Theme of a future month, a book about dogs. That's
Love it.
not a bad idea.
This book did have a lot of social commentary.
Yeah.
I think it was like kind of hidden behind the quirkiness of it.
Yeah, but it did a good job of.
I think it's a book that on surface level seems really like,
Light.
yeah, or like just like kind of weird, you
Yeah.
know? But like if you look at the like underlying themes, I think there's a lot there.
Yeah, I found that it like it was a lot about life and death as well, and
Mm-hmm.
the finality and the beauty of that.
Yeah, it made me think a lot about humanity and just how I think we get to it a little bit later. So
Yeah.
maybe I'll save what I'm gonna say
Okay.
for then. I'll come back to it. I'll put a
Yep.
pin in it.
Um, I thought this was a good point, and I kind of thought the same thing. They're just like talking about how violent humanity is, and they're like, we're just gonna get rid of them because it's inconvenient to the future if we don't.
Yeah.
Um, and so it really makes you wonder what their species is actually like. It kind of sounds like he was just bored until he became human.
It did sound like that. Yeah. I think he even talked about that at the end.
Yeah.
Like when Gulliver's talking about how amazing his alien life sounded,
Yeah.
he was like, it was empty.
Right.
Like, which I thought was kind of nice.
Yeah.
The affair, there was a lot of mixed, I wouldn't say mixed feelings
Yeah.
about it.
Everyone did not like it.
No one liked it, but I think there was a lot of mixed if they
Were
kind of
mad
like
at him.
understood
Yeah.
it, and another side where they were just like, how does he not know?
Yeah.
What was your take on that?
At first, I was like, well, he doesn't understand it. And then I was like, but he read enough Cosmo magazines that he has to understand the concept of cheating being bad. So.
Yeah. I wonder if he knew about it in theory,
Right.
like as a concept, but didn't really apply it to.
Yeah. Didn't really know what he was fully doing.
Yeah.
I think the. Well, actually, we'll get to that. So, actually, let me.
You're skipping ahead.
I don't know if I put it in now.
I'll just say what you were
Yeah.
gonna say.
So, now I forget what I was gonna say. Hold on. I think that like he should have understood based on the Cosmo magazine, but
Yeah.
I also think that um, Airy like kind of implied that it was not a good thing and that he shouldn't tell his wife about it.
Yeah.
But then on the other side of it, he was just like so brutally honest and flippant about it that he obviously
It makes
didn't
me
think it
wonder
was
how much
anything
of like
was wrong.
social cues he picked up. Like,
Yeah.
I think I said it to you that like I think some people mistook his intelligence for integrity,
Mm-hmm.
and I think those are two very different things. And I think we expect him to know different because we know different.
Right.
But like when you're coming, I just like, how do we know how he processes the information? And
Right.
like, as humans, there are a ton of social cues.
Right.
I don't know how many of those he picked up on.
Yeah.
Like, even when I look at not the cheating, but like how he interacted with his wife and his son, he
Right.
didn't pick up on
The
things he
subtleties. Yeah.
should have picked up on.
Right. And he was starting to like learn the.
Yeah, but it is like a learned
Right.
behavior, and I don't think that he was there yet.
What do we think, Chad?
Not that I'm not trying to defend
No,
his
no.
actions.
I think it like
But,
either way, I was disappointed that it happened.
totally. I think I'm obviously going to hate it because as a human, I see with emotion first.
Yeah. From the host's point of view, why did they not train them?
I think they relied so much on their intelligence.
They just
And
thought they'd be fine when they got there.
I think just as a species, like, they saw Earth as like this primitive,
Yeah.
lesser than, highly volatile group of.
Yeah, there's like an arrogance to it.
Yeah, exactly. That like I think they were just like, we're so much better and smarter. But also it seemed like they didn't really know the intricacies of humanity.
Right. They just kind of like watched from a distance or whatever, and were like,
Yeah.
oh, they just murder and.
Well, and
are
exactly,
greedy.
the plan was so simple. He
Yeah.
made it more complicated.
Right.
It was supposed to be kind of a in and out situation.
Right. There's you again, not liking math.
Yeah.
Um,
Classic.
it was sad when he kept trying to, or he tried to confide in Aerie about not being human and didn't understand or didn't take it seriously.
Yeah,
And
that
then
was really sad. Well, even not just him not taking it seriously, but just like the host's reaction and like brutality
right.
of that was, it was just like really sad
Yeah.
that he was like just trying to connect. I think I saw a comment of people like wondering why he was trying to tell people.
Yeah. That's
And I
later.
think he
Yeah.
just wanted to be known.
Yeah.
Like,
I think he did. He seemed to be.
he wanted
He
to
was more
connect.
honest with people about almost everything.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I'm feeling. This is who I am, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so I think part of it is he wanted to connect as him and not as Andrew as well.
Yeah.
Like, he started to kind of have some independence from his role and was like, I want people to know the real me.
Yeah. I agree.
The hosts went off the rails pretty quick after he converted to humanity.
Yeah.
I think this is out of order, but
I think we just got ahead of the comments.
yeah.
But I was thinking that with what happened with Gulliver and like that whole roof
Yeah.
situation, it had one of my favorite quotes of the book in that section and what he says to Gulliver. And I forget like the whole, like the exactness, but it's basically just like how many moments there will be in your life.
Yeah.
And like how you have the opportunity to like, it will be greater than this.
Yeah,
kind
you
of
have
situation.
more moments.
Yeah. And just like, I think it was interesting how he used math to connect emotionally.
Right.
And I just really liked the way he maybe didn't say it perfectly,
No,
but I think that like he used logic and like math and what he knew in a way to like, I don't know, have some hope.
Yeah. I just threw that line in there. Yeah, I think that was your quote, but
It was so good. It was so simple, but it was just so good.
Yeah.
I think that's also like that's when a big switch
Yeah.
happens in him
Yeah.
is
He's like, I
that
want to be here.
yeah.
Um, did
Did
anyone
you
else have this thought where I'm starting to wonder if he really is an alien or if Arthur is having a mental breakdown? Um, did anyone else think that? I had the thought, but I was like, no, I'm too convinced that he's an alien. Um,
I never considered it. I just accepted like he's an
yeah,
alien. I
yeah,
think because he just acted so much like an alien, and like Megan said, like he had the like healing
right,
power, and which I guess could have been like a figment of his imagination
yeah,
or something. Like he could have been an unreliable narrator, but
right,
I just took it
yeah,
as he was an alien.
yeah. That's what I thought too.
I did appreciate his take on this is one of the like kind of social commentaries of humans, but the like this Becca's quote about Mondays and getting up in the
Yeah,
morning and having the 5 fun days a
and
week.
mathematically, you should have more fun days than not fun days.
Well, I mean, obviously that's like impractical for the
Yeah,
way that our society is currently built. Like
yeah,
we need ways to provide for ourselves, whatever. But I did think it was interesting how much he focused on how little like time we spend on joy
right,
for ourselves, and then he even touched on like the guilt we feel
right,
when we do something that gives us joy because we think we should be doing something else. That like really like hit home for me because that's a big
yeah,
one for me is the guilt, and it's something I've been like trying to work on, and I really like that he like touched on that part
yeah.
of us. Oh, this was so beautiful. Like it was so romantic the way that he was just like how improbable her existence was, like that it was a miracle she existed. Oh my goodness. Like it was so swoon worthy.
Yeah.
I was just like someone like if someone ever said that about me, like wow. Like I thought it was so nice. I don't think anyone else really like cared. I just thought it was
that's
like
that's your jam, though.
I
You love
know.
a swoon-worthy line.
But also like just I think I appreciated how he said it in like his way.
Yeah,
It was still so focused on logic and math. Like he
yeah,
stayed true to that, but
right,
like just the fact that he recognized how unique and special she really was.
right.
I don't know. I thought it was nice.
Then we have the other.
The intruder. I
The,
kind of knew right away that it
yeah.
was going to be like
Oh
the
yeah.
other, like another host or whatever,
Had to be.
another alien.
Yeah. Um, I wasn't.
But I did think it was funny that people were like, I'm questioning everything because of last
Yeah.
month's book club book.
uh, Last month's book club book had so many twists. Like it
You
was
had
twist
to
after
question
twist after
everything.
twist.
But I thought it was funny that it like kind of
Yeah.
like
Carried over.
carried over, yeah.
Um, this quote, I realized that if getting drunk was how people forgot they were mortal, then hangovers were how they remembered.
So
Was
good.
great quote. Just
Great
threw
quote.
it in there.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
We kind of talked about this how he wants to tell people that he was an alien.
Oh yeah, this is what I was referring to earlier. People seem surprised that he wanted to
Yeah.
tell people. I didn't find it surprising. I thought he just
No.
wanted to connect with people.
Yeah.
And like you can't I think he knew you can't fully connect unless you're fully honest. He was
Right.
really big on honesty.
Right.
And I think he just wanted people to know him.
Yeah.
But imagine like living with that secret.
Right.
Like you would never really feel known.
Right. Also, like, it would explain why he was acting so
Strange.
different.
Yeah, and didn't know things.
And it sounded like the Andrew from before sounded like not a great guy. So you wouldn't
Yeah.
really want people to think that that was still you. You'd be like, I'm a different person
Yeah.
entirely.
Yeah. you don't want that held against you. Also think he really struggled with anytime someone would be like, remember when,
Yeah.
and he had to lie
Right. Be like,
and be
yes,
like,
I did
of
remember.
course I remember. But I think that really bothered him.
Yeah.
Did you think he should have put together that
Um,
Maggie was...
I I thought he should have, but then I went back on it because I'm like, he doesn't really connect information in the same way. Like, it's the
I
social cues that he would have to pick up on then.
Yeah, I also think as a reader, I think we were like not given more information, but we had like this like outside perspective to see where it was going.
Right.
But I don't think that like he was in that same
Yeah.
like outside perspective to see it.
Right.
And like you said, I don't think he put two and two together.
Yeah. We kind of touched on this already. That he just didn't understand it, but it was
Yeah, we
still
kind of already talked about that.
disappointing.
Yeah.
Then when he just blurts out that it happened.
I felt so bad for Isabel.
Yeah.
Like just the bluntness of it,
Yeah.
and like the almost like no remorse, like
Right.
because he didn't understand.
Right.
I just felt so bad for her, and that I felt bad for him too.
It's like
but
a whole situation that's just sad.
yeah, but also just like blowing up your life, just like
Casually.
that. Yeah, so casually. I didn't like.
Yeah.
It was hard to.
Yeah. Didn't feel good about it.
Yeah.
Then he talks to Winston Churchill and finds out that Andrew number 3 exists.
Yes.
I kind of would have liked if it was a different host again.
I was thinking
Someone-
that too,
something
like if
more
it was someone
interesting.
else.
Or like that somebody else was a host the whole time, keeping
Yeah.
tabs on him or something.
Yeah.
That kept it from being like a 4.5 or more for me.
Yeah.
I thought it was just like kind of fine.
Yeah. Oh, this is kind of what I was talking about earlier, in that when the replacement comes, we see this like brutal view of humanity. Like
Right.
we're destructive, we're horrible, like
Yeah.
we're violent and cruel and
greedy and
there's like he lists all these horrible things,
Yeah.
but like they're very true things about
he's
humans.
not wrong.
Like he wasn't wrong. And then like alien Andrew, like he found beauty in humanity and the care that he saw and the love he experienced and the art that he experienced and the flowers. And I just thought it was really interesting to see those like two opposing worldviews of humans and just how they were both true.
Yeah.
Like we are destructive, but there is beauty.
It kind of reminded me of the end of Age of Ultron, when Vision and Ultron are kind of talking about humanity and how it's doomed, and they kind of both agree, but Vision is on like like they're interesting and they'll fail in their own way.
Yeah. It's true. I always like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Did you question at all whether...
No, I was like, oh, he's definitely not going to help this guy.
Yeah, same. I was just like waiting for...
I knew it was some sort of trick.
Yeah, I didn't expect the like radio.
No. I feel like there should have been some indication earlier in the book that like, he got like overwhelmed by noise or something.
I was going to say, I wish we had a like snippet earlier of how the frequencies mess with him.
Right.
Because that kind of seemed to come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And I think I would have liked it a lot more if we would have had something
Yeah, some sort of like lead in.
Yeah. If we did, I missed it,
There was
but I
also
won't.
a line in the book, this has just made me think of that, where he said he was very much on the rails. And I had to go back to figure out if the guy had said, "You've gone off the rails,"
Mhm.
but there was no
No off the
off
rails.
the rails, and I was just like, I feel like this was like a direct response to a
Hmm.
line that got taken out of the book,
Ah.
and I was like, I need the "You've gone off the rails" line for him to be like, "No, I am very much on the rails."
Yeah, I didn't pick up on that.
uh,
Um.
that's just one of my nitpicky things
Yeah.
I found in the book.
Megan, what was the thing with the TV in the beginning? I don't remember that. You know?
No, I vaguely remember something with the TV, but
I don't remember at all.
maybe I'm.
He turned on the TV and it scrambled his
Uh,
brain. Oh, so it was there. We just missed
well,
it. Interesting.
my bad. Sorry,
Yeah,
Matt.
I take it back.
4.5.
I think it wasn't obvious enough then.
Yeah.
I did think this was really interesting too, that he became the violence that his race
Yeah.
kind of like hated
Yes.
about humanity.
He but had to, for
Yeah.
sure. Like,
And also, like they said, like it was to protect the people he loved. So
right.
it was kind of like not as cut and dry as his race seems to think it
Oh,
was.
Becca, you made it. Um, yeah. So
I just imagine like Becca like pulled over. She's like, "No, you guys are missing something." She's
Yeah.
like, "Hold on, I have to tell them."
I have to tell them. Or handed it to her kid. Type
Yeah.
this for me.
Type.
Type it.
They're missing it.
they, they don't know.
Yeah. Anyways.
And
Moving
then the
on.
end of the book.
End of the book.
Did you like the ending? The ambiguous?
I did. I don't normally. I was
Yeah.
kind of with like Becca said, she doesn't normally like ambiguous endings. I usually need things to be wrapped in a bow. Like I don't like loose ends.
Yeah.
However, I feel like it fit with this book, and I think it like spoke to a larger commentary of humanity, where I was kind of saying like you have these like opposing worldviews of
Yeah.
humanity, and like I think what you choose to believe happened next says a lot about like humanity and how like there's different interpretations, and you could choose to believe that Isabel didn't take him back, or
Right.
you could choose to believe that she did and they had like this cute little family. And I just think there's like more undertones of the bigger scope of the book
Yeah.
there
I
by
think
leaving it ambiguous.
I think the whole book he the whole book he was like from the beginning he didn't really have a choice. They're like just go do this thing. And so the book ending on him being like I can either go back or not go back was like ending the circle of him having only one purpose.
Yeah. The only thing I think I didn't like about the not it wrapping up is that I wish we knew why it was so important to delete that theory.
Yeah.
Like I wish we knew, like that was missing for me. The reason the aliens were so like focused on killing.
Yeah.
I think that would have added something more to the story
Yeah.
for me.
My only thought was that um, Matt couldn't figure out how to like make the theory like because humans can't understand
Yeah.
that, so
Yeah.
he couldn't explain it for that
Yeah.
reason.
I think that's probably the truth.
Yeah.
I just like in a perfect world I would know. They did kind of touch on
Yeah, that
that
was an aspect of it.
they thought like if they got this like ability to travel that they wouldn't come to their world as to be friendly
Yeah.
because they like think humans are violent. And to be frank, we probably would.
Dep-
Like
Depends if they have the fuel we need to
it depends if
do
they have
whatever.
anything we need, then I really don't think humans would respond
Not
nicely.
all of
So
them, but I think that was a really interesting point from early in the book where, like, they kind of touch on like how bad things are happening all across the world, and
mhm.
people care more about the bad things that are happening the closer they get to said person.
Mhm.
Um, and the further it gets out, the more you kind of remove yourself from that
Yeah,
situation.
which is very true.
Yeah. Um, but overall, loved the book. Thought it was great. Um,
Yeah, I liked it.
the
I
best,
enjoyed it.
the
I think it
best
was
pick
nice
of
to
the
read
year for
something.
sure.
It was nice to read something different. I think it's nice. One of the things I really liked about our book club is how unique all of the picks have been.
Yeah,
Like, I think we've traveled across a lot of genres and a lot of different styles of
yeah.
books. And I think that's been really fun for me because I tend to like read what I like. And there's definitely something to be said for that. But
Yeah,
I
I
think,
um I found that I've read things that I didn't like but never would have read
yeah,
otherwise, and I've found things that I never would have read and I ended up liking. So
yeah,
it it's interesting to see how it all um, like I I don't like going into any book with any expectation right now,
yeah,
because like something like The Frozen River I thought I wouldn't like and I ended up really enjoying, whereas some of the books I thought I would like more
yeah,
I ended up not really liking all that much.
yeah. Let's talk quickly over the challenges that this book. I didn't do a deep dive, so if anyone has any, feel free to add them. The only ones that I really picked up on was it could be used for a book set in Europe or a book with chapter titles, because I did really appreciate all the different chapter titles in
As
this
soon as
one.
I opened Fable and like kind of scanned
So
the
good.
chapter titles, I was like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
this
I
is
do
what I'm
love
looking
when a book
for.
has chapter titles. Like,
Yeah.
but other than that, I don't think like there's just like really obvious stuff after that in the challenges. So I don't think also for the on the cover and for the color, it would really depend on which edition. Um
Fable does it, Megan. It just
yeah, Fable auto populates like based on the chapters. Like when we read The God in the Woods, because it didn't have traditional chapters, it just had like sections. There was only like 6
yeah, that one was
chapters.
hard to.
So it was hard to like comment on, whereas this one had like a million chapters. But anyways, before we wrap up, let's just talk about next month because it's going to be a little bit different. We have a little bit of housekeeping to chat about. So the next book for December, our theme was cozy books. We've already had our poll, and the book that won was The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst. And I'm pretty excited about that one. I think it's being really cute. I am just excited for like a cozy book. I mentioned this last month, and I'm gonna mention it again this month because December both, is it Christmas Day itself or is it Christmas Eve falls
Christmas
on
Eve.
Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. Both fall on Wednesdays, and both of those days don't work for us for book club. So we're going to move the December book club. We're thinking of moving it to Sunday, December 21st, but we would like your feedback of timing for a
Yeah,
Sunday.
because we can make more times work on a Sunday.
So, just think on it. You can let us know. You can let us know now if you already know, but otherwise you can leave a comment like on Fable. I'm gonna put something out there, and or also on our Discord in the book club thing. I'm gonna leave something where you can, hey, another December birthday, and so close to mine. I'm so sorry you
close.
have a holiday birthday. They
nothing,
sympathize.
nothing worse than a late December birthday.
I know. But yeah, so think on that for December. Oh, another one. Look at us. We can have like a little mini
We should
book
have a
club
birthday book club.
Yeah.
Birthday birthday book club.
Yes. Um, what was it saying? Okay, the time. Yeah, think on the
Yeah.
time. And then the last thing I wanted to mention was we are starting to think of themes and potential books for 2026 for our book club. So we want to hear from you guys of what kinds of books, what kinds of themes. If you have a book that you like definitely want to recommend, I think we're gonna stick to Wednesdays for next year. That's not going to be changing the time and everything. But we do want your suggestions for books and or themes, like what you want to be reading in this club.
Yeah.
So think on that. Come prepared next month's meeting to discuss that a little bit more. You can also like leave us a message in Discord.
Becca's birthday is also 12/21. This is a random, like, there are
There
not
are
that many people in this chat today. And to have like four of you.
there's so many of us that have birthdays within a week of each other.
Yeah.
That's so fun. I'm gonna make cupcakes or something. I can't
I feel
believe
left
like,
out.
oh please, you and your June birthday.
It's a
You don't
great
know what it's like.
it's a great birthday.
Mine
Megan,
is on Christmas Day, so
the
I have
25th.
the worst of all of them. So fun.
We've started to move Christmas so Megan can have a real birthday.
Yeah. Anyways,
Um yeah,
I
we
think
can
that's
talk
it.
more about the like long term of the book club next week or next month. And then we can really talk about like what direction we're going with everything because I've enjoyed just reading random all over the place things, but if we need more direction, then that works for me too.
Yeah, I agree. Another Christmas birthday.
Another one.
Wow. Look at us go.
Just taking over December. Second book in a series. We actually talked about doing a series at one point today.
Yeah, we did kind of brainstorm the idea of like over the summer reading a series.
Like a
Scott and I are
three-book
so
series or something.
busy in the summer, it's hard to commit to doing book club every single month in the summer. And we find everyone is really busy in the summer, not just us. So
that was one thought was we do like 3 books over 3 months of a series and then have a book club about it in September or whatever.
yeah, I just don't know if that's like too far.
But we don't want to leave too much time in between. Or do we do mini book clubs about each book and then a series wrap up?
No, things we can play around with
Yeah.
for sure. I definitely want to keep the mix of genres. That's really important to me.
Yeah.
Just because there's a lot of people in the book club and I think I like having different things. So, yeah, that won't be changing. Genres will be wide
Yeah.
selection. My brain
You
just
okay
like
there? Yeah, you
stopped
just
there for a second. Listen,
did,
it's after 10 here,
did you get
okay?
did
I'm
you get
ready.
taken over by an alien in that moment?
You'll never know.
I'll know
I'll
if you
go
sneeze
sneeze twice and buy a chunky peanut butter.
All right, on that, I gotta check on Megan to make sure she's still human.
All right, thanks for joining our book club. Always nice to chat about books with all
And
of
we
you.
will,
Appreciate you guys being here.
we'll see you next month.
And we'll see you next month.
Bye.
Bye.